Right, welcome back everybody. We are back. Let's just assume I have uploaded another video in the last 2 months. I haven't. But we're making progress. We've got lots on the cards, and insulation and things have been done, a bit of boarding, a wedding. But yeah, the workshop's back in shape now, and we've started on the stairs. We will have to, right, hang on, let's just turn this around, I'll do some explaining. Right, making the stairs. I modelled it all on CAD because, you know, I paid the SketchUp license years ago, and I'll bloody use it. So I have it all. This is all to scale, you know, real size. And from this, you know, you can only have a maximum of 42-degree pitch, maximum rise of 220 mil, I think, and maximum going of minimum going of 220 mil. The going being, you know, each tread, how far between the going is from this point here, this line, not the nosing line, this line to the next line. That is the going, or going per tread, and then the rise is obviously how much it goes up between each step. When working it out, I managed to get it down to 41.7 degrees, which gives me a 200.8 mil rise and a 225 mil going. Fair enough. I've decided, because I've got the wood and I want it to look chunky, and mainly because Pat's staircase is only a 40 mil, I'm going to go for 42 mil treads, so I'm 2 mil better. Why not? From obviously making this lot, we have the starts of a jig. This is what I wanted to cut out. This will be, the riser will sit hard against this, the nosing will sit. I'm not going to tenon on the end of the treads. I'm just going to put the treads hard in there, so that's a straight joint straight in. We started making a jig. On this lower half, you'll see things have changed slightly since I started drawing it, but they have open treads. These are open treads. I was planning to put drawers in all three of these. It turns out I'm actually only going to put the drawers in the top two, because this one, instead of putting the newel post at the end here, I'm going to put the newel post on this one, the second tread, and then have a ball nose at the bottom here. So this is slightly wrong, but the measurements are all still the same. Therefore, we've got 2 fully housed treads, 2 open risers, and then on the left-hand string, another, what looks like a fully housed tread, but will actually be hard against the landing trimmer, so that'll get cut accordingly. We made some jigs. I didn't want to buy the jigs because they're bloody expensive. This one is the one for the open risers. This is a little bit of oak. It's a 1/2 inch slot. I routed through, so it's definitely square through it. You see that sticks out, and that can tap back through to the other way. So when I'm doing the opposite string, this here fence on the edge here is just screwed on. I'll just unscrew it and put it on the other side. So we started off on this here practice bit of ply. We started there. Ignore these fancy ones at the moment, but essentially go on that one, and then this little locating lug hits the last riser, if I had any room. So we're tight against there, so it's definitely the right angle. It's tight against there, so it's definitely the right rise. Then you route it out. You'll notice that the route out is smaller than the actual cut, the jig. That is because I'm using a 30mm guide bush on the wrap. Where is it? See? 30mm guide bush with a 1/2 inch router inside it. So you get an 8mm, or around about 8mm, it's not exactly 8mm, but 8mm relief here. Work to treat, lovely. So even, you see these here deep gouges, looks like I made a mistake, but no. That is where, because this is my top, that is this one here, and I've already got my landing built. So I went and checked it against the jig. Obviously I made it, that's the bottom, allowing for skirting. So that's where I'm only having 4-inch skirting in the house. I've got a very low ceiling, so it'd look ridiculous with anything else. And yeah, so this will get cut up there eventually. No, it won't. It'll get cut to, where will it get cut? It'll actually be that long, won't it? So this bit isn't long enough, but it's still giving me the height. Either way, coming along here, that works a treat because I modelled it. So I'd been unlucky if I was wrong. Happy days. So then I made the housed jig for these here, which I'm going to give away some of the secrets first, but assuming you can't see this little bit of white plastic on it, is the new jig. It's exactly, it looks just like this, you know, but 8mm bigger in all dimensions. So either way, put it on there. I went round it. Ignore this. Just ignore this because this is very clever and it's coming to it in a minute. Either way, I put it on there and then I routed round it. I went round there. This wasn't in the way then. And I went round this corner, round there, round there. You do the risers first because otherwise you get a weak corner here. So if you went, say for example, if you went this way first, the route bit spinning clockwise, when you came back up here, it's very likely you're going to rip out this corner, which you'll notice is round, right? This is the point I'm getting at. So I'll come up here, go around here, and I thought, and I didn't notice until right at the end. You know, I was happy. I was, yeah, done. Oh, next string. Obviously, get the bit of oak out. And then I saw the rounded corner because obviously, you know, my riser's coming up here, and my thread's going there. This little rounded corner is going to make me look like a right idiot. So I thought, do I just sort of try and freehand it just off the jig there, go straight up, and then come straight across here? But no. Why would I do that when I can create such a fantastic jig as this, where you come up and do your rise first, and this is nice and square or straight, and you notice this here bit of perspex isn't as deep as this, so it runs on either or both. It won't run, doesn't go into this hole, for example. It still runs on my original jig. Come up here, nice straight cut. Go round this, route all this out, clockwise, and then you flick it down, and then you round up here, which is what I did on this one over. Obviously, the last one at the top. Look how nice and square that corner is. Hooray! I'm the best. So, having my jig set out and having done it all, well, I'm pretty confident it's going to work. I have the jig. So we've got, no, this is my first, this is the string this string here, the one against the wall. We've got enough here, this comes down to, sorry, that is my 4-inch mark there, so I've got enough there to come up and that'll go straight, you know, run straight into my skirt and look nice. One housed one, two housed one with the square corners, you see. So the Newel post will be sitting here. Well, it'll be, you know, a couple of inches in front of that, and this will be, this nosing on the opposite string will be housed into the Newel post at the bottom. This one will get left until the floor's tiled, and then I'll put this on top of the tiled floor, but don't worry about that. An open tread for a drawer, another open tread for a drawer, and you notice there are some splits in this bit of wood. They're not that bad, and they're right at the back, so, you know, no one's going to see that. We've got a riser here, and there is actually another tread to put on this one, which will be another riser here. But this is the tread that goes, you know, it's housed over this, so I've got to work out where I'm actually going to cut it all and, well, blah, 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 blah. So once I've wrote that out, you know, the top tread, now I need to go and find this bit of wood, which is going to be a lot shorter. So I'm only coming from, instead of, you know, right the way down, well, not to a point, but a 4-inch bit here, all the way up to 4 inches above, so I can have some skirting go around the landing. It's running into my Newel post. It's still got to be long, so I've got to put a tenon on the end of it. And same at the bottom here, but nowhere near as long. This was, what do I need? A total measurement of 1535. It says it right here. But it actually will only be coming to, no, it won't be, wherever my red rise is here, which is about there somewhere. I need to be back a couple of inches of that. No, I need to be forward, pretty much where that rise is, because the tenon 2 inches back, and I'll have a 2-inch tenon going in. So that's stopping here on this side, whereas before it's got to stop up here to allow for the 4 inches of skirting. And at the bottom here, it's only got to be, well, this lot. So now I can measure this, then redo it all on the other side, but I don't need to route out this housing at all, because that's all in the Newel post. All of this is in the Newel post. That end bit there is in the Newel post. Well, from about there somewhere. So I need to route that one, and the new one, or half of the new one, some of the new one. No, none of the new one actually, because that's all being housed as well. So yeah, I mean, I've got to route three bits on the other side. And then I can machine up some timber, machine up the treads, and well, yeah, you know, we'll be making some stairs. The Newel posts are over there. These are all sort of machined up. They're roughly 100mm. I think they're about 106 at the moment. They've still got a bit more to take off. These ash, that is oak. That there is oak as well. It was really nice doing them because I had this overhand planer, which has got nigh on sort of a, like a 4-foot bed on it. But being the overzealous person I am, well, I think it was just old, it went, but burnt out the motor. So now we're having to do it all on this machine, which is, it's still got an overhand planer on it, still taking an 18-inch bit of wood, but it's only got a sort of, maybe 5-6 foot bed, as opposed to that, which is, well, it's just huge, and you can get twists out of a bit of wood, flatten things off real nicely with this one. This one, you end up having to make sure it's not falling off the ends, and you've got to sort of, things are just heavier and more cumbersome. And the annoying thing is, to set this up, you've got to take this, the thickness of part is in there. You've got to wind it down to 7.5 inches to get that dust extractor in the where the thickness of part is to use. And if you're overhand planing, which you will do first to get your your nice first straight edge or 2 straight edges, then you can go down to the thicknesser. But to do that, you've got wind that all the way down. It's not easy. Well, it is easy, but it's work. But a lot of piss arsing about, and it's a shame. But they're not my machine, so I can't really moan. Yeah, so that's machining up the timber. Those are the Newel posts. This is my pile of oak, all roughly the right sizes. I need to, I've got to choose. I've got to make a decision of which one I'm going to use next. There's more oak down there. There's another slab of oak over there. There's one on the bench already. That is the ash. Is that all of the ash? Might be all the ash, but there's loads of it. It's like 4.5 metres long at the moment, and yeah, plenty of ash. Don't worry about that. That's about it, really. Yeah, next job. Now we've done that, I'm not going to route that end tread yet. I'm going to wait until I've got the router on the go. New job is to choose my next string, much shorter string. Hopefully I'll be able to get it out of, without wasting, because that's how much I wasted off the last one. I don't think I can get a tread out of that because of this. Might be able to, but it would definitely have a lot of character if I did turn that into a tread. Is it over 800? I think my treads are 870 something. It's got plenty of wood there, but I don't know. I don't want to do this. I don't want to just waste 4 foot of wood every time because I haven't got that much tree. And instead of you sitting here and me just going, shall I use this one, measuring lots of things and checking, I'll just do another update sooner or later. I could show you. Look, hang on. As I'm, because I'm pissing about with all these lovely bits of oak, which people usually have to pay loads of money for, I turned them into the centerpieces for the wedding. Like all the sort of Waney edge offcuts. We had long trestle tables, like sort of Oktoberfest sort of style, and we just got a whole bunch of them. All the bits of I wasn't going to use, planed up, went over them with a sanding disc on a grinder. Look really good. Eventually there will be pictures coming up, and you'll be able to see how wonderful the wedding was. But I'm still waiting for the official photography stuff and the video. You wait until you see us singing Jerusalem. Oh, it was good. Yeah, I'm choosing my next string, routing it out, checking it against the other one, making sure it's all the right sort of length. I won't do the tendons on them yet, I'll do them on it afterwards, because I think that's a sensible way to do it. And yeah, I'm going to carry on. Sorry it's been such a long time, guys, and especially Christian, because, he's actually paying me and I've done nothing. Anyway, alright, job to do, come on, let's get on with it.
If you want respect, you